PGPM it just started in that team. I wish that I could have made better use of my time here.
What was going through your mind at the time?
Panic, complete panic. For advice for the future students, I would say go with your gut feeling. So we have brilliant professors here. As a professor, he stands out for me the most. And
What's the one thing you would have done differently as a student thinking back?
there's a list. You should not prep for placement as a separate thing. You will have to figure out things on your own, where to look, what resources to help. So you'll have to make connections on your own within the organization and outside as well to get information, whatever you need. You should not just be a person with ideas. You should know how to put your ideas to the forefront. If you know how to use AI to your own advantage, you will be the most sought after person there. So,
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to one more episode of Know Your Alumni. It's an interview series where we unravel the journeys of our alumni. I'm Gajveer Singh from the Alumni Committee. Today we have with us Mr. Subrammaniyan V. He is the pass out of PGPM HR batch in 2022. Currently, he is working as a human resource consultant in Capgemini with more than 3 years of experience in the field. Thanks for joining us today.
pleasure's mine, Gajveer.
Okay. Can we start with the interview?
Sure.
Okay. We'll start light. I just wanted to know if you could describe your IIM Trichy experience in one word, and why would it be that word?
It's quite difficult to sum up 2 major years of your life in one word, but I'll go with bittersweet probably because I joined the campus during COVID time and it was a new batch PGPM. It just started in that year, so I wouldn't trade those years of my life for anything, but I wish that I could have made better use of my time here. Better use of all the resources here, and that's it. But it was fun time. It was good times. We learned a lot, and we're doing fine in my life now. So all's well, I guess.
Uh, if you could take us back to your first day at IIM Trichy, what was going through your mind at the time?
Panic, complete panic, because again, as I said, it was Corona, and we had this study from home thing going on. We weren't allowed to come into hostels, and it was a new batch for us. We didn't know if the placements were going to be good, if we didn't know if we were making the right choice or not, because there were a lot of misinformation going on at the time, and we weren't allowed to go out and talk to your peers and get to know the campus life, get to know how it's going to be, who are you going to spend your 2 years of life with. So it was panic. I thought that okay, maybe should I have chosen a better or a different field? Should I have chosen to wait and give CAT another time? But again, yeah. So that's how my first day went in campus.
Like adding on to your answer again. So a lot of students are completely uncertain about joining a specialization program because they don't get the choice afterwards to choose their own specialization. So what made you choose this program in particular, and any advice you can give to students who can make better decisions in future?
I've always been drawn to the HR side of organizations because, like, when I did my internship after UG, I had best relations with the HR in that company. So it was an organization called Bridge IT, which doesn't exist anymore. But the HRs have guided me a lot, and I saw that since it was a startup, they played a lot of strategic role in there, which went behind the scenes. It was not they were not in the spotlight, but they guided the organization the right way. So I felt that okay, I need to get in there and see how it's done. Maybe become a big player there on my own. So yeah, that's what. And maybe for advice for the future students, I would say go with your gut feeling. It doesn't lie to you, and you can always come back from anything in your life. So don't have regrets. Go with your gut feeling and chill out. Life will work out.
Right. Which course or professor had the biggest impact on you during your life at IIM Trichy?
We had brilliant professors. We have brilliant professors here. Everyone is very good in their own right. But one professor that stands out for me is Professor Nityananda from law. So in my first year when I was at home, he was the one whom I connected with the most. He was very approachable. He helped me a lot in life to navigate the first and second year of IIM Trichy. But as a professor, he stands out for me the most. And as a course, I think every course is important in its own right? Because just because we are in HR marketing, it's not like unnecessary marketing or consulting or whatever. So every course is necessary, and yeah, every professor is a good one. I can't choose one out of the many, but the one who stands out is Nityananda.
So you were part of the academic committee and
Yeah.
the Alexei Club. So now being part of such an academically rigorous program and then being part of a club and a committee, also simultaneously handling the placement processes, how did you navigate through all of this? Any survival tips you have for our new batch?
Don't I don't know. Don't take things in your don't pile up things in your head. Okay, so take it one at a time. Live life one day at a time. So I think being a part of both the committee and the club actually helped me with the placements regard, because I had a lot of things to talk about to the interviewers, and I also had a lot of time, like a lot of experience handling pressure situations in my life, right? Because as you said, like it's an academically rigorous program, and we are also part of committee and a club where we need to work for them too. So it helped me navigate a lot of hectic situations. That is still helping me, because like when I'm in a project, you can't tell like what day is going to be, like what every day is going to be, right? So it's helping me a lot, and I would say take it one day at a time. Life will work out. Chill out. You'll do well.
Uh, what's the one thing you would have done differently as a student thinking back?
There's a list. I can't say one thing, but probably again, as I said in the first question, made use of resources here better. Eat well, train my body and mind. Go to the gym, swimming pool. Like this is a big campus with which a lot of offers a lot of things to do. Make use of my time productively rather than wandering around aimlessly. I think that's
Uh, what do you miss most about the campus of IIM Trichy?
uh, it's the late night walks, to be candid. So it's a closed environment, and it's pretty chill in here. It's safe. You can spend a lot of time introspecting yourself. You can spend a lot of time reading books in here or whatever. So I think I would say early morning or late night walks alone, thinking about life. That's the thing I miss about the most.
Can you walk us through your placement journey? Like, what was your strategy going into it?
Yeah.
Any tips you might have regarding that?
I think you should not prep for placement as a separate thing. Okay, so what are the companies looking for? They're not looking for someone who has been coached to attend interviews or coached to answer perfect questions for interviews, right? They are looking for the best fit for their own organizations. So my strategy was to develop myself as an individual who would be fit for whatever organization that is suitable for me. So I got hired in Capgemini as a HR consultant, because my what elective choices, everything was streamlined towards that, and I, in my free time, polished on several skills. For example, Power BI or whatever presentation skills, whatever is needed for you, whatever you think you lack and you feel is necessary for your life and for your placement as a thing. So that's the way you should approach it. You should not prepare for it for a separate thing, okay? Because a lot of coaching is being given to everyone here. Prep team is that, placecom team is that. They are coaching everyone. What makes you stand out as a person? So I think that's what you should focus on.
Of course. Uh, so you've been with Capgemini for over 3 years now. So how has your role evolved since joining?
Uh, I have learned a lot in the 3 years here, because in the first team I was in, it was called People Experience Design Hub. So it was a newly created team again, just like PGPM. It was a newly created team in Capgemini, and I had the opportunity to work with a lot of VPs and EVPs there at the first project itself. So it was downright grueling and hectic, and compared to IIM Trichy life, even like it was like 100% more hectic, because like you were dealing with real life situations here, and you were dealing with people who could fire you with like at a minute, and there, because their time is also very limited. You can't take their time out of their day to ask them to guide you in your day-to-day project. So they'll just give you some work to do, and you have to do it. You will have to figure out things on your own, where to look, what resources to help. So you'll have to make connections on your own within the organization and outside as well to get information whatever you need, and so that's how it helped me evolve as a person and as an employee in the organization. And I had the opportunity to meet with VPs from different countries, POCs from different countries. So like it was even speaking culturally as well, it was a very enriching time for me. And the next project I got in I can't go into specifics, but the next project I got in was a bit more relaxed compared to the previous one, because I wasn't dealing with what time what do you call time hectic strategic projects. The next project I got in was related to people data, so it was a different side of HR actually. The first one is strategy and consulting, second one is people data. So you manage, you need to decide how to streamline the people data process, how to ensure that the onboarding and every like every step of people data journey takes place smooth without any, because like even a single error can lead to loss of like multiple dollars for the organization, loss of activity for the employee, because they won't be allowed in certain access restrictions would be there. So that's that. So it's been a very good journey for me, and of course if you work well, if you connect well with people, if you are approachable as a person, guide the you guide your teammates and work well with your teammates, you will automatically be promoted and their stuff. So you grow in the organization and grow with the organization. So that's that.
Uh, so, what does a human resource consultant actually does? Like, can you walk us through a typical day of yours at the office?
Human resource consultant is, again, it's just a consultant in the human resources umbrella. So it's not a separate job or something. There's no particular job definition for it. You are going to be a consultant for human resources specific projects. That may be, mostly it will be internal. So you'll have to work with the HR team from different countries, or for the global cap. I'm speaking of Capgemini because I work there. So it can be about a global Capgemini wherein you streamline the HR process across the globe. You need to merge the cultures between two different countries or whatever. So it's just, again, consultation for the HR specific projects.
So, like we've been told constantly that HR space is evolving rapidly these days, and how earlier it used to be more of like a support function, but now business leaders look at it more from a strategic perspective. So, what's your take on that?
That is true, because like I don't pretend to be, like very involved from in the HR from the beginning of time. So from whenever I started working, so like from 2022 onwards, whatever project I've been, there's always been a strategic aspect to it. You like my leaders have are always in touch with the CEOs of the organization, VPs of the countries, to ensure that the HR aligns with the strategic flow, and HR also, like in many cases they guide the strategic flow of the organization, because every organization is in the end people centric. We need employees to survey, we need skilled employees, and we need to guide the skilled employees so that they don't leave the organization, they grow within the organization. And so as an organization, you cannot just take on projects, right? Because you need to understand the skill level you have, if you have the people capacity to complete the project within the given time and everything. So and in order to do that, you need to have a clear set HR strategy, because you need the HR VPs to ensure that every country follows the HR strategy tailored to their specific countries. You need HRs in every local level to ensure that the people in the organization are skilled. The people in the organization know how to navigate their own projects, and as well as helping ensure that the culture of the organization stays the same. So I think they go hand in hand with each other. It's not like HR guides the organization or organization guides the HR. HR is a part of the organization, and so it goes hand in hand with each other.
So, like with this rapid evolution of HR, any tips you have for future HR professionals in terms of the kind of skills they should be acquiring in terms to keeping up with this change?
uh, Again, it goes not only for the HR professionals, it goes for all the professionals. Keep up with the trends. So Gen A is the most talked about thing right now, even in HR or outside HR. So ensure that your skills are up to the task. Okay, you should not be technologically deficient when it comes to organizations, and you should also ensure that you evolve as a personality, right? Because you should not just be a person with ideas. You should know how to put your ideas to the forefront. You should be active in the organization and outside the organization as well, so that uh, you're not too dominant to like say, pull away people from you, or you're not too what do you call, introverted, so that you don't, like, people don't appreciate you enough. So I mean, sorry, I wanted a bit from the question, but coming to the question, you should be technologically proficient. You should stay up with the trends. You should not be frightened of the world outside. You should embrace it. So yeah.
Uh, for example, like with AI automating tasks like screening or payroll in HR function, how should HR professionals pivot to retain their strategic value?
You should know how to employ Gen A to suit your tasks well, right? Because if you are a master of Gen A as well as someone who studied HR in a like prestigious institution as this, then you would be the best suited person to lead those task forces, right? Because see, screening is, of course, AI plays a role in everything, not only HR but in every aspect of the organization. AI is gonna come in. So if you know how to use AI to your own advantage, you will be the most sought after person there. So and everything, like, you cannot put AI in everything, because AI is going to create a lot of biases. Someone needs to tune AI into what the organization needs, right? There needs to be a people factor in it. So you don't need to worry about AI, but you should also ensure that, again, as I said, if you stay technologically proficient and also develop in a personality wise, there's nothing to be afraid about.
Uh, During your corporate journey, as you already mentioned, you must have had wonderful
Yeah.
mentors. Any valuable advice you received that helped you a lot during that?
I think I've already touched upon some of the advices they have given to me. So it's the most important thing in an organization is, the first thing is skill. You should be skilled, and the second thing is you should ensure that your skill never weekends, or you should always stay on top of things. And the third thing and the most important thing in my opinion is, see, some people have an inferiority complex, some people have a superiority complex. No one is perfect, and so when you're talking to someone, you should not be too awed by them, or too, you should not be think them they are too stupid to hear your thoughts or whatever. So you would always ensure that whatever you say is understood by them, and that's the point of consultant job. I'm speaking from a consultant perspective. You should ensure that the stakeholders and the one you are speaking to understand what you are saying. You should you should also again listen to them to understand what they need. People may not be proficient with words, because if you get placed in an MNC, you will work with a lot of countries, and English may not be their first language, right? So you should ensure that you speak slowly. You should ensure that they understand what you are trying to say, and you should understand what they say, so that you stay on top of things. You should not expect, you can't go at the end of a deadline and show them something which is completely different from what they expected. So that doesn't work out, right? So again, you should stay technologically proficient, and again, you should also develop your personality so that you are empathetic to others, and you should also not let others awe you so much that you don't do your work.
So, like, if someone wants a career as an HR consultant, what are the few things that should definitely be present on their CV?
Uh, there's no clear cut thing which we expect, because I also played a part of TR in my Capgemini part. So we don't expect a clear cut template. Okay, this is whom we should select for a consultant. It's a case by case basis. But the few major things which we expect are adaptability. That's one clear thing we need. And then communication skills, which, so I'm talking about soft skills here, because everyone in this college would be proficient, because they are in a part, they cracked CAC, they are a part of IIM Trichy, and they should have good grades. So that's all expected. But apart from that, in terms of soft skills, communication and yeah, communication is the most important thing, and you should also have some experiences involving stakeholders, group activities, projects where you have excelled. Put yourself above the rest, and that speaks for itself.
Okay. Like, with this, we'll like to end this interview.
Yeah.
It was such wonderful experience
That's just
talking to
my
you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I loved how you walked us through your journey, and felt so real, whatever you shared, and it felt so relatable at the
thank
same
you.
time. Thank you for keeping it authentic and inspiring by sharing the memories of your life at IIM Trichy,
Thank you.
and the kind of insights that you provided us into the industry that you are in right now. Thank you for your time, your wisdom, and showing us why our alumni are our greatest legacy. And special thanks to Media and Relations Committee for providing us support for producing this video. This is Gajveer Singh signing off. Stay tuned for more such